That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from around the world. That's right, guys. Good to have those of you who are joining us via Twitter, those of you who are joining us via Facebook, the Blue app from Meta. Good to see those of you who are joining us via YouTube, those of you who are joining us via LinkedIn, and across social media, folks. Good to have all of you with us here in the ring. Let's fight, guys. Bing, bang, bing, ping, bang, ping. Let's fight. Good to have you guys. Trust you guys have had a fantastic day. Well, we're at the close of yet another week. And we are right there heading towards month 10. Full speed ahead, and we guys tell you all the time that even though it's Friday, we're not gearing down, guys. Pace and power in 2022. Good to have so many of you joining us tonight. Good to have you, Royston, Valerie, Onessa, Patricia, Koana, Denise, Lorraine, and Claire Alexis. Good to have you, Derek and Wilma, Orvin John Cook, Wendy Stevens. Good to have you, Koana Mingo. Again, I'm calling Koana a third time. Good to have you again, Sharon Grant, Gayla Rose, Shamor Williams. Better to be early than to be late. Not so, guys. Now, so giving you guys some pre-time. There's no overtime. It's pre. Andrew Cuthbert, you here as well. Mentor is here as well. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Good to see each and every one of you fired up and ready to go. Grab your seatbelts, guys. We are going to need it. Yes, we are going to need those seatbelts. So grab them, guys. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. How are you guys doing at your end? It's Friday, guys, and we are fired up and ready to go on a Friday. Fired up, ready to go, fired up. Bing, bang. Good to see each and every one of you. Be ready at this NCC weeks to get the show on the road. Brent Mentor, my name Colin. I know it, Brent. I know it. And I can answer. I'm going to answer Gwyneth Jones, Abigail O'Neill Passad, Kurana Mingo, fired up and ready to go. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Y'all know how we roll, folks. Y'all know how we roll. We are fired up at this end, and we are ready to go. Good to see you guys. Cheryl Ann Haywood, Wilma Grant, Basil Clark, Joylyn Cook, Roxanne. I see Jackie is here as well, and Lynette, not to be left out. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Polly and Shots, we see you guys as well. Good to have each and every one of you in the ring tonight, guys. Wherever around the world you guys are joining us from. Good to see each and every one of you. Henrietta Lancaster, good to see you guys. You know we ain't wasting time. Pace and power. As soon as we come into the live stream, we come into the ring, come into the Coliseum, come into the arena and stadium. Share the live stream. Good to have each and every one of you with us this evening. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. That is how we roll. Good to have you guys with us. Good to have Morna. Good to have Abigail. Good to have Koana. Douglas. All Onto Douglas. Good to have you. Ariel Abrams. Good to have you as well. June Griffith. Good to have you guys. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. No time to waste this evening. Share the live stream. A lot to discuss. Coming up, the one and only Rickford Burke is going to be here with us, because Rickford tell me, like my friend just now in the stream, that my name Colin, and I want to know why it's Colin, and I intend to answer as well. William, good to see you. Simone Ben Williams. Simone, you get spot, your congratulations. Respect and manners. Sandra Ford, good to see you as well. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Share the live stream and smash the emoji button. Smash it tonight. We told you guys, those of you who would have been watching our morning program, that when we do this, we mean smash the emoji. And when we do like this, we mean to share. The share stroke is not the breast stroke, it's the share stroke. And when we do this, guys, it means to smash that emoji button. Big, bang, big. Big bang bing. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Good to see you. Good to see you. Folks, we are fired up at this end and we are ready to go. Fired up. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Ready to go. Volney Wilson, Richard Fordyce, Robert Pops Archer, Marsha Ashby, Carlotta Reynolds, Jamal Jordan. Good to see all you beautiful, fantastic, peaceful, good-natured, tranquil, uncontroversial people who are here with us tonight would have it no other way. We're fired up, Peter Sills, and ready to go. I see Gail LaRose is here. Paulette Hawk Kippins is here. Ingrid Crawford, the Boto. And we see Tanya Cummins. We see Petal Thorne. Folks, have I called 1,000 names as yet? Onika Light. Penelope Hudson. Derek. Pauline Gentle. We see you as well. We see Penelope, Ingrid, Paulette, Tanya, Loretta Argyle. Come on down. Peggy Ann, Gwinnett, Lynette, Charlene, Shelley, Jacqueline, Jamal, Abigail, and Diane Graves Zandy. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Share the live stream. Smash the emoji button, guys. Smash and share the live stream. Share. share. Trust you guys have had a fantastic week. We are ready to go to the fight card, ready to show you guys the issues we're going to be focusing on this evening, ready to have Rickford Burke out of New York with us and the Caribbean Guyana Institute of Democracy. We're ready to talk with Rickford about the protests that happened there just overnight. Good to have each and every one of you as well. I think we even have some footage of that protest we're going to be talking to Rickford about too. Michelle McKay, Winston Kilkenny, Paulette Rafferty, Tracy Wickham, good to see you. Good to see you, Gloria Chester, Everett Small. All the usual suspects are here with us. Good to see you, lovely, beautiful folks. You lovely law-abiding citizens. Michelle Kurika, your name calling. Ultima Calmont, good to see you as well, guys. Smash the emoji button. Smash that emoji button and share the live stream. Share. So all the people can get the valid and credible information, guys. Really good to be with you this evening. We're fired up, ready to go, and we hope that you guys are too. Your smart television on, your foot up, you got your popcorn, you got your cokes, you're fired up, guys, and you are ready to go. Could not ask for better company over the next 45 minutes to an hour. Good to have each and every one of you. And plus, we brought you guys in the pre-time. Good to have you, Nicola Daniels. We see you, Shawnette Barnes. We see you as well. Yo, Landa, Bobani, Everett Small, Paul Bone. We see you guys all out there in the virtual world, in the cyber world. Good to see you guys, and we trust that all is well. We really trust that all is well, folks. We'll have it no other way. Good to see every one of you. Share the live stream. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang. Hope you guys as well. You guys are well. We are fired up, as you can see, and we are ready to go. Ready. Bridget Gittins, wicked, stink, and dirty liar. Bridget says, I know who you're talking about. Somebody named calling it Joy Ann Hooper Beckles. Good to see you folks here with us tonight. We're fired up. Share the live stream. We're ready to go. Sandra Verwain has touched down, and so has Chisung Henry and David Woods. Good to have all of you guys here with us. Good to have Lynette Joseph. Good to have you. Good to have Melissa Monroe up in the his. Camille Cox here as well. Some people are taking left. Marcy Agard has showed up. Henrietta Lancaster is here too. Audrey Cole has touched down. Erica Hooper. Good to see you guys. Welcome in the ring. Wherever you folks are joining us from tonight, bing, bang, bing, ping, pang, ping. We gotta get on the road. We're fired up, guys, and we're ready to go. Trust that you guys have had a fantastic, beautiful day, and you guys are ready as we are. Let's get to move on, folks. First up, the week as it was. The guys behind the scenes tell me I've been saying as it were, but I want my English to be proper. true and correct. The week as it was, the week was just 1 week as it was. Some of subject and a verb got to agree. They got to be in. They got to be in unison. They got to be in concord. They have to have coherence. All that beautiful, lovely stuff. The week as it was. That's what we're saying. And let's get a move on. Pace and power, guys. You ought to share the live stream. That is your cue to share the live stream as we confront, guys, the week as it was. For those of you who may have missed it, just in case your thoughts were dedicated otherwise and elsewhere, the week as it were, the week, folks, as it were. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. That is what we're saying. Some of the stuff, folks, we thought was important enough to share with you again. For those of you who may have missed the week as it was, bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. Well, you know the fried rice man. You know the man who tried to alter the DNA of fried rice. Well, we're not having it. We are not having it at all. Esmond German Anderson is his name. But before we get to this Jagabat and Trench Capo, this Jagabat here, the religious leaders were accused by Minister Frank Anthony of trying to spread misinformation about COVID-19. You believe, Frank? If we got a chance between the religious leaders and two shows in this country, I know whose side I on already. Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing. Somebody ought to share the live stream and smash that emoji button as well. And then you got the Jagabat here. I want to hasten past the Minister Anthony, because you got this gentleman here who tried to change the DNA of fried rice. And we ain't having it. We ain't having it. So I hope his time where he is will be long. He sought to put cocaine in fried rice. Well, folks are telling you this. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. What's the matter with this gentleman here? Yeah? What's the matter with him? Huh? But I got to celebrate now. This is mature, people. This is mature. You don't try to change the DNA of fried rice. What's the matter with you, Esmond Anderson? Huh? Hold of focus now, for I see some of y'all done Brockway already. That's why some of y'all get fetch away. Y'all like hear music. No. Esmond Anderson. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. Y'all like hear music? Some of y'all don't like hear music. Michelle Carrick, done see you. Brockway already. Sandrine Bates, Chanel Wills, fried rice. Right? The only Coke you could add to fried rice is a nice bottle of the bottle Coke, the black juice. The black juice pull out the flavor real nice from the fried rice. You got and desecrating fried rice with cocaine. Damn it in hell. Nonsense. That was on Monday, folks. By Tuesday, we saw Biden sending troops. We saw Biden sending troops to the Baltics. He issued harsh sanctions on Tuesday over the Ukraine invasion. Harsh sanctions. That was Tuesday. And then we saw a very strong statement out of the local Article 13 group on the energy conference, saying that the energy conference in Expo had failed to address critical issues. I support what they have said. Believe it or not, because they are absolutely right. Bing, bang, bing, ping, bang, ping. The people are right. Yep. Take a sip on your Coke for that. Take a sip on your Coke. Here I sip on my Coke too. I'm telling you, I sip on my Coke. That was just Tuesday. By Wednesday, it was happy mashomani to all. Some of y'all really get on bad by the stadium. Y'all stink and dirty. That's what we're saying here. But happy mash nonetheless. Happy 52 Republic. And that very evening, we hear Irfan abuse out the critics and the naysayers. I thought they like critics. I thought they like critics will abuse out the critics and the naysayers. And that was just Wednesday. But by Thursday, early morning Thursday, them jagabats there in Russia, the ones at the top, we know they got some good Russians. The Russians are our brothers and sisters, the Russian people, but them jagabats and trench coats at the top, them is we got a problem with. War declared against Ukraine. War declared against Ukraine, and the world has been spellbound ever since then about what's happening there in Ukraine with various world leaders, the majority, the overwhelming majority, lending their support to the Ukrainian people, folks. Lending their support there. Locally, we saw MPs Kathy Hughes and Nima Flubest submitting a motion against that nasty man. Damlal, I hear the man calling me name, but we come to that. We come into that. We hear the man calling me name these days. The man get back his visa. The man calling me name. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, ping. And that was just on Thursday. And by the time we get to Friday, folks, my Lord, the war on Ukraine continues, and we continue to see the carnage on the roads locally. Take a sip of your Coke again. That was a big sip, I must have it. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Good to see each and every one of you guys. And that was the week as it was. We tried to change nothing. We love it. That was the week as it was. If the week wasn't like that, we don't have content. We don't have a program. So we love it. Moving forward, guys. Moving forward on the fight card. This is what we have to do. Coming closer around the world, folks. Wherever you are, some of y'all are close to this thing than we have. We got our own problems right next door. Are we hearing some saber rattling from them guys? But we're ready. Let's fight. Let's fight, folks. Share, share, share. The live stream, President Joseph Biden has come out saying that Putin is the aggressor in this situation here. Putin is the aggressor, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look and take a listen to what the President of the United States said recently on this matter.
Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences. This was never about a genuine security concerns on their part. It was always about naked aggression, about Putin's desire for empire by any means necessary, by bullying Russia's neighbors through coercion and corruption, by changing borders by force, and ultimately by choosing a war without a cause. Putin's actions betray his sinister vision for the future of our world, one where nations take what they want by force. But it is a vision that the United States and freedom-loving nations everywhere will oppose with every tool of our considerable power. When the history of this era is written, Putin's choice to make a totally unjustifiable war on Ukraine will have left Russia weaker and the rest of the world stronger. Liberty, democracy, human dignity, these are the forces far more powerful than fear and oppression. They cannot be extinguished by tyrants like Putin and his armies. They cannot be erased by from people's hearts and hopes by any amount of violence and intimidation. They endure. In the contest between democracy and autocracy, between sovereignty and subjugation, make no mistake, freedom will prevail.
This was an insert from Reuters news agency, folks. Putin is the aggressor, says the President of the United States, Joseph Biden. And we off on the fight card. A hero, courageous leadership being exemplified by the Ukrainian President, Mr. Zelensky, who has his boots on the ground. He's not only talking the talk, but the man is walking the walk. He is dressed and ready for battle. He is ready for war. He has shredded his fancy suit. He has shredded the presidential palace and the opulence and the bubble that comes with the presidency. There, the man has put his boots on the ground. This is what leadership looks like. This is what character looks like. This is what standing with your people looks like. Boots on the ground. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. Kudos to President Zelensky of the Ukraine for showing leadership and courage in this manner. Folks, give this fella a shave for us. Smash that emoji button, guys. Thousands of you watching us. Bing, bang, ping. Ping, bang, ping. Some of you want to bamba. Some of you want to chill with the big boys. This is what it takes. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bing. Give it a share, guys. This is what leadership, this is what courage on the fire looks like. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. And President Zelensky of the Ukraine has put his boots on the ground, folks. This is what leadership looks like. This is what it looks like, folks. Good to have all of you here with us this evening. Share, share, share the live stream. This is what it looks like, folks. The cost of war is great. The personal sacrifice, the physical cost, the infrastructural cost of war, it is great. And today, we saw Ukraine taking on great bombardment from the Russian forces. But President Zelensky is showing tremendous courage on the fire. And these are some of the video scenes coming out of the Ukraine.
Всім добрий вечір. Лідер фракції тут, голова Офісу президента тут, прем'єр-міністр Шмигаль тут, Подоляк тут, президент тут. Всі ми тут, наші військові тут, громадяни суспільства тут, всі ми тут. Захищаємо нашу незалежність, нашу державу. І так буде й далі. Слава нашим захисникам, слава нашим захисницям. Слава Україні!
Слава!
What you are witnessing there is hundreds of missiles being fired into Ukraine by the Russian forces. What you are witnessing there is one of the main security buildings on fire in Ukraine. What you are witnessing there was the president of Ukraine, along with his cabinet members, saying definitively, we don't care how tough it gets. We are here with the boots on the ground till the very end. Again, leadership and courage being demonstrated in the Ukraine. And folks, this is the cost of war that we don't often see. This, ladies and gentlemen, right here before us is the cost of war. These are some of the scenes coming out of the Ukraine tonight. Yep. We're going to pray for the people of the Ukraine. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. We who have peace, relative peace, some of the sights, some of the scenes coming out of the Ukraine. Folks, share the live stream so that folks can see the horrors and the ravages of war. Somewhere we should not be. Share the live stream, guys, and smash that emoji button. Thousands of you are watching us this evening across the world. Share the live stream, guys, and smash that emoji button. And let the world see what is transpiring in the UK. This could be our plight. This could be right on our doorstep if we do not take caution with our neighbors, the Venezuelans. This could be our lot in life. That will be a dreaded day. That will be a terrible day in our nation's history. Yep, these are some of the scenes again coming out of the Ukraine, folks, as people flee, as people run for cover, as the war gets nearer and nearer to the civilian population. Yep, signs coming out of Russia. And in addition to that, the ministers in Russia are unlike any other you will see in the world. This is a minister of government saying, we are not leaving. We are not leaving the capital. A member of parliament, Kiara Rodick, she writes, our women will protect our soil the same way as our men. This is what equal rights look like. And she is armed and she is ready to go. Bang, 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 ping, bang, ping. The women in the Ukraine different. They're different. They don't only talk the talk, but they walk the walk. This is a member of parliament, and she is fighting for the territorial sovereignty of her nation. Kudos to Kira Radic of the Ukraine, a member of parliament, and she's prepared to do what it takes. Boots on the ground. You know, some we can't even come out a little protest. Some we can't even come to the whole placard because we're fighting victimization. And here is a member of the Ukraine parliament say, ready, whatever it takes, whatever the eventuality, bang, bang, ping, people, and ping, bang, ping. Give it a share. Moving on to the fight card tonight, folks. This is what Barack Obama had to say again, speaking out like so many world leaders on the issues pertaining to this horrific war in the Ukraine. Again, saying that it violates international law, the Russian aggression, and the basic principles of human decency. This is Rickford's president. Rickford is already in studio. I can see him smiling. Is Rickford president talking here? Not catfish. This is a real president, not catfish. Moving on in the fight card, folks. You got to share the live stream tonight. It's rapid fire this evening. Moving on in the fight card. Photo of the day, folks. Photo of the day. Look what we saw. Look what we picked out. The Pope and plane. Just like Rickford and plane, the Pope in plane. The Pope was headed to the Russian embassy in the Vatican City. He broke all protocol. He said, I'm going to see them. And I am going to make myself known. I'm going to let them have my opinion on this nonsense happening. And according to Reuters, Pope Francis went to the Russian embassy to the Holy See on Friday to relay his concerns over the Russian invasion of Ukraine to the Moscow ambassador. I ain't waiting for you to come to me. You're taking too long. I'm coming to you, the Pope says, in an unprecedented departure from diplomatic protocol. But we know Rickford has got a lot of unprecedented departure from diplomatic protocol as he had recently in New York. The Vatican spokesman, Matteo Bruni, said the Pope spent more than half an hour at the embassy. He must be cussing by the mother, the father, the whole generation. He went to express his concern. That's how he said it in diplomatical terms. He went to express his concern over why he said, Putin, carry you, wait. Putin, that's what the spokesman said, right? These are diplomatical language. When you really can't express fully in the English language, right? And they speak in Italian and so on there, and Latin and so, he said he went to express his concern over the war. But you know, the Pope and walking till to the Vatican just to say, I have come to express my regret over the war and my concern. He said, all you, where your mother get you from, Putin? Where your father bring you from? He said your parents raised you for fighting people out of the property and invading territory. Putin, you scamp, you jagabat, you nakavakamite, you Philistine, you. We could only imagine the amount of words that were used and put in. Same words that Rickford is used on people. You trench crapper, you put in, you jagabat. The Pope wasn't having it, unlike some people. You see, some people think this diplomacy thing, you got to, just because you're hungry and you want a small piece, you got to smile up with people. And so the Pope wasn't having it. The Pope said, even if you don't show offering, I giving you out my mind. Even if you don't get 10% tithe, I telling you out my mind. I hope some people closer to home can take a page out of the Pope book because it would serve them well, especially the Holy Book. Take a page out. Take a page out. The good book says the kingdom suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. You think the Pope waiting for them to come to him? Pope say, coming to y'all today. And y'all gonna sorry. Y'all gonna ever sorry. Moving on in the fight card, folks. Pace and power. But look what we're talking about. You think when the Pope meet the Russian ambassador, he coming for hug up? And to bless him? Like some folks so, but this picture here is causing a lot of concerns locally. A lot of concerns because people want to know what's all this smiling with you talking about concerning the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Because like Todd and the government agree with what's happening with Russia invading Ukraine and causing this massive loss of life. People are very concerned. They say the government words and its actions, once more, they are not in concord like subject and verb. They are not in agreement like this subject and verb. They are not matching up at all. So this is we boy Todd. We there, and then boom, we sit down and we want to know what on God's earth is happening here. You know, we need a Pope to march over there to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and give Todd a few choice words. But we think Rickford will give you a few choice words for me tonight too. So moving on, look at another photograph of this fella? Is this a smile on the Russian ambassador's face? Is what Todd can tell you, sir? Maybe Todd, maybe, bang, 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 bang. Maybe Todd told him, listen, we only got to write this thing for please them people, but really and truly, ting, 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 bang, 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 and ping, bang, bang. But the posture is not one of sternness that says we're in disagreement with what is happening here. This look like you come here, sign some agreement to give we aid or something like that. So a lot of questions are being asked about this posturing of Todd. But you see, when you get installed, when you do not get things the right way, who's sharing the live stream tonight, folks? Who is smashing the emoji button? Some of y'all think we're playing here, you know. Some of y'all think we're playing here. But moving on in the fight card, guys, a lot of concerns being expressed over that. A lot of concerns. Look, just after, folks, just after that meeting with the Russian ambassador, well, Sarah had a stance like the Pope. Sarah, we heard summon the minister to a meeting. Sarah marched over. Sarah waited if he comes. Sarah was like the Pope today. Sarah went over there for a meeting with Todd and said, Todd, what foolishness happening here? Todd, explain yourself. Why your posture is one where you're smiling, but the ambassador, come on, Todd, at least I revoke your visa and you can't follow them boys to America. So explain yourself. You see that folded leg there, that hands clash. She said, if you make I come over there, you will ever sorry. I will bring it to you, Todd. So we haven't seen all of the details coming out of this meeting, but we are very interested to know what the discussion revolved around. And we know that our guest this evening, Rickford Burke, he got the ears to the ground. Who's sharing the live stream? Who's smashing the emoji button? And Rickford perhaps know some of what came out of this meeting. Share the live stream. Share. I think we're at round 5 now. We coming down, people. We coming down. So that was what's happening on that front, ladies and gentlemen. We want to know. We wish we were a fly on the wall, because at these times, you need to be a fly on the wall. What else is happening, folks? What else is happening? Well, them boys, a lot of people have been talking about our soldiers and saying they ain't ready for war. They don't even train. They don't do nothing. Well, them boys ain't having it. The GDF, them and having it. Them boys have responded. The empire has struck back. Take a listen to what the soldiers are saying to all the critics and naysayers on social media.
This is for some of y'all where they say soldiers don't do nothing. Y'all in your office or y'all at home, comfortable and dry. And we there in the swampy. We there in the swamp. Pass over the...
Them boys ready for Russia. Them boys ready for the Ukraine. Y'all is there, y'all office talking, Todd. Y'all is there talking that they don't do nothing. We come out to show y'all. Them boys training. Them boys ready. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Them boys ready for Russia. They're ready for the Ukraine. I want to see that one more time. I think it went by fast for a lot of people. I see Rickford smiling. Rickford says, what's happening here? The army has responded.
This is for some of y'all where they say soldiers don't do nothing. Y'all in your office or y'all at home, comfortable and dry. And we there in the swampy. We there in the swamp. Pass over the...
Some of y'all gonna share the live stream, you know. Some of y'all gonna share the live stream. Them boys serious? Let's say don't make your eyes and pass me. Don't make your eyes and pass me. We ready for Kiev. We ready to go and defend the Ukrainian people, and we in training. I want y'all know, just in case, for those of you who stay in the army, don't do nothing. Right? The army bus, don't fire up. The engine idling, ready. The army bus, ready to go. Moving on the fight card, folks. Spotted the army bus. Them boys are ready to go. They're in training. FYI. Who we spot today? Who we spot? Y'all might know this young lady. Guyanese, and she is running close to Rickford for the New York State Assembly. Dimple Willibus. She was very, very active here in on the media landscape some time ago. And Dimple and family migrated, you know, things tight. Dimple and her family migrated some time ago, and they're doing well, like Rickford, keeping the Guyanese flag flying nicely in the diaspora. And Dimple is running for the New York State Assembly, District 59. That election comes up on June 28th. We spot Dimple, and we want to say best wishes to Dimple and all the other folks out there excelling and vying for office in some far-flung part of the world. We wish you guys the best. Keep on keeping on. Again, folks, this is Dimple Wilbus, used to be one of the movers and shakers here in the local media landscape some time ago, and we wish her and her family nothing but the very best. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. You all know it's Ghana we live in. It's Guyana. So every day something happens that reminds us. Signs of the times, folks. Signs of the times. Carnage on the roads. Carnage on the roads. And we cannot emphasize enough that you guys got to slow down. Slow down. Unless in politics, it's full speed ahead. Full speed, fifth gear. Hit that fifth gear. Full speed ahead. But if you're not, slow down on the roads, guys. The physical roads, slow down. We saw a gentleman lost his life recently. He is a staff of the National Assembly of the Parliament of Guyana. He was the head of the library at Parliament, and his name is Michael Gladstone Monroe. His pickup collided with this truck this morning. A horrific accident at Friendship on the East Bank, folks. And I advise you, brace yourself. Take a look at what happened on the East Bank. Take a look. Let us be cautious on the road, folks. Let us exercise every caution on the road. Slow down and let us arrive alive. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to the Monroe family, his work colleagues, his friends, the community he hails from, and all the folks who loved him. Moving on to the fight card, folks. We got to arrive alive. Slow down. We've been saying this consistently on our programs. Let's use the roads responsibly. Things tight. Things are tight. How tight the tight? Things ain't tight like this by Rickford. Maybe that's why Rickford there, we there. And we there. Things tight, folks. We learn by some people, we there. Them people left and gone for a little while. We say, all right, we can help ourselves because we're friends like that. When we bust around the corner by the kitchen, bops. Look, we were unceremoniously locked out. We smelling a nice fragrance. You understand me? Bro and sis gone in the back. We say, all right, we friends like that. You know, when we go by Rickford, we got in the fridge and so on. Rickford is that he eat things, you know. Rickford's a buy with the things. But not so here. Things tight in this place, folks. Things tight. I got a store in the city selling these spots now. Things are tight. You used to be able to go by people. You understand me? A year ago, 2 years ago, you gone in the pot, eat out the fish. You know things go, eat a little pumpkin, a little curry. Now, you bust in the kitchen, fridge door lock, pot. More security on this pot than at Parliament, than at State House. More security, things tight, folks. Y'all think it is in this place with these jagabas and trench crappers? Hamper Nation. When you see the things they're sharing in the hampers now, you understand why people putting locks on the pots? It's got plenty of things to share in. Things tight. Soon as you get a complaint, you flat out, take a half pint of split peas. Take a quarter pound of garlic. Hamper Nation. And that is what transpired today. I think it was at my corner. Yep. Here are some of the things that make up this hamper. Right? You see what I tell y'all? Half pint split peas. Half pint black eye. Right? Take a pack of Chung Min, right? And vote for us in 2025. Things tight. Hamper Nation. Then people fall out in my corny. They ain't say then come and solve the drainage problem. No. You take a little china and shut your mouth. Take a little pack of macaroni. Take some cubes, right? And hush. Things tight, people. It tight. My Myconians are having it. Them people from Myconi A and Avenue decide, take your lamp and shove it. Moving on in the fight car, folks. Pace and power. Nice time. Nice time. That's what I tell y'all. When you go by certain people's house, it's nice time. You bust the fridge. You see a little turkey. You see a little this. You help yourself. Right? A lot of people are going to visit people now really true. You know, it's the fridge you're going to visit. They're going to visit the fridge. When people come by, you think it's you to come to see. It's the fridge. Nice time. Especially them people walking by Saul. Especially the people walking by Saul. It's nice time by Saul. Folks, Saul has increased their workers' salary by 24%. All you take that. All you take that, government of Guyana, and other private sector companies, all you take that. The private sector wage is $60,000. Minimum wage in the private sector. In public sector, it is $74,900 minimum wage. But Saul, nice time. I can see a certain y'all sending an application by Saul tomorrow. It's nice time by Saul. Saul minimum wage is $130,000. Y'all take down. You know them people from Saul should be running this country. Them people from Saul should be running this country. Respect and manners. Nice time. Nice time at Saul, folks. Nice time. Right? Things tight for some people, but them Saul workers, the fridge looking nice. The fridge must be real nice. Must have got a little chicken, the little beef, the little this, the little cutters, the little rum, the little thing, and so and so. And so, right? I got to improve my friendship with people from Saul. Definitely so. It's nice time. Congrats to the folks there, but y'all know them boys. Wicked. Stink and dirty. Y'all know them. I know them. We all know them. Wicked, stink, and dirty. Yep, if you saw the crowd on the event the other night. They know themselves. If you saw the crowd, it out. Wicked, stink, and dirty. Y'all know them. I know them. We all know them. Well, the PSC, let me start with this set. They have suddenly decided to call for what? The setting up and the actualizing, the operationalizing of the local content secretariat. They don't see nothing else. You know they're blind. They didn't see nothing else. They had a man called Ghani Khan. He was wanted by Sarah Lynch and the U.S. authorities right in there as an observer. They didn't see. We just always said we want to mind our own business. They didn't see him. He went right there. They don't see a lot of things. They now want the swift operationalizing of the local content secretariat. Right? And why are we in agreement with that? While we are in agreement with that, we say here there are lots of other things the local government commission, the local private sector commission could be asking for as well, folks. They could be asking for instance, Rickford, I wish to draw to your attention these things, these entities that equally have not been operationalized. What about calling for the operationalizing of the Judicial Service Commission? You see why we call them jagabats and trench crappers? You all understand? What about these commissions? The Public Service Commission, for instance. The Teaching Service Commission. The Natural Resources Fund Board. They don't spend out all the money that we sold our oil in the world market for $600 and how much ever $1 million, close to $1 billion US. Let's spend it out. And the board for the Natural Resources Fund ain't even constituted yet. The local content secretary, this is what the PSC calling for. What about the Petroleum Commission? What about the operationalizing of that? This is how these jagabats and trench crappers, the wicked, stink, and dirty set. This is how they are breaking down the guardrails of our democracy. What about the Integrity Commission? I know Rickford has raised these issues with the U.S. authorities, and I say kudos for that. Kudos, Rickford. Kudos to you and the team there. They're wicked, stink, and dirty. And finally, on our fight card, before we have our guest this evening, Dharamlal Gati, Dharamlai, not Dharamlal anymore, it's Dharamlai. The man got a visa in the States, but he can't change the nature. It's the nature, as the Trinidadians would say, the nature of the man. You can't change that, you know. What's in the DNA? You can't change. We fighters, there's two nations in this country. It's right. Rickford is a member of that nation and Fire Nation. Right? This Jagabat here, he wants a third nation. He wants a lie nation. So he gone with his lying self to the US. He gone there. Rickford them proper protest them. That's a shame. Proper protest them. They come outside a little bit to save face. And when the questions were put to them about what transpired in the National Assembly, here lie. You hear me, Eli? Here lie. The questions were put to them, but the nature, you see, the nature, the DNA is lie. Listen to what the fella said. Listen to him. Huh? Listen to what Damlal said. Right? The guys are telling me that we don't have it as yet, but Rickford was there. Rickford was there. We can play. We can play what they said. Folks, the main event this evening, we welcome the one and only, the president of CGID, Bing Bang Bing, Ping Pang Ping, there in New York. The man himself, Rickford Burke, is going to be joining us, and we are so very, very privileged to have Rickford with us this evening. Bing, bang, bing, we say, ping, bang, ping. That being said, folks, and without any further ado, we're going to have Rickford Burke with us this evening. Rickford, here you are. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Here you are, and how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Great,
I'm still
great.
laughing at that padlock. That padlock part. I'm still laughing at that.
I see why you are where you are, sir. Things tight this side.
Next slide.
I see why you are where you are. How are things where you are?
I'm well. Everything is well. We're doing well. We had a great time last night protesting, helping to create awareness of what is going on in Guyana with this racist government. And as you notice, we had a Nigerian pastor come and join the protest and a Jamaican pastor come and join the protest. The message about the racist PP government in Guyana is getting across to the United States government. We're getting the message out to the Caribbean American community and, of course, the Guyanese American community.
Awesome, Rickford. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about this protest activity recently. You had the jackalbacks and the trench crappers by your end. Tell us about what inspired this protest action.
Well, first of all, we understood that Nigel Damlal would have been coming to New York, and so we decided that with him disrespecting Natasha Singh and the other female members of parliament, we wanted to condemn his lewd and lawless conduct in the parliament. And also we wanted to create awareness that the PP government is trying to shut out the Afro-Guyanese community and the East Indians who don't support them and the Amerindians who don't support them. We wanted to create awareness in New York that these people are running the country as if they own it. They're trying to transfer all the resources of the country, transfer the wealth of the country through procurement and other fraud to their support base. And the international community must not tolerate it, neither must Guyanese tolerate it. And so that's why we wanted to have the protests, to let the world know what is happening in Guyana and to condemn and denounce Nigel Damlal and the Prime Minister for his lewdness and the Prime Minister for sitting down like a house slave and encouraging and saying nothing while the Black population is being marginalized and discriminated against. Jared? No. Jared, I can't hear you.
Apologies there, Rickford. I think you guys assembled there at Linden Boulevard and Schenectady Avenue, where this event was being held, and you made your voices heard, and you engaged Mr. Damlal down there as well.
Well, when he was coming out, I asked him, I said, would you come and tell the women standing here and the women of the diaspora why you were so lawless in the parliament and why you attacked a woman? Why you would tell a woman to go get a dildo? It's one of the most vulgar things you could ever find. And he attempted to say that he was not speaking to a woman. He lied and said he was talking to you. Of course, several female members of parliament, Sherrod, reached out to me and said that, as we knew before, you were not in the chamber at the time. And he claimed that somebody who held up a plastic bag and talked to him about his dead sister who died from ovarian cancer. Of course, we sympathize with him if he had a sister who died from ovarian cancer. We're human beings. But that is completely separate and distinct from him telling a member of parliament to go get a dildo. It is lewd, lawless conduct. I don't understand why he was not sanctioned by the parliament. And again, he lied to the diaspora. What's most important, Sherrod, from that interaction, I asked him if he would take that opportunity to apologize to the women of Guyana who felt insulted and the women of the diaspora. And he said he had nothing to apologize for because he had already apologized in parliament. It tells you, it speaks volume of the man.
Rickford, just wow, just wow. What do you gather from his general demeanor, this refusal to confront the issue and to be honest about his actions?
But quite frankly, he was standing facing the protesters and he looked scared. All of them didn't want to interact with the protesters. He looked kind of scared. We are just civilized human beings trying to get answers. And let me say also that event was a disaster. I noticed that they put up, they told everybody to sit on one side of the hall and they tried to take a picture. Absolutely no one went to that event. You had the pastor there, you had a whole heap of staff, all the staff from the UN mission and the consulate was there, in addition to some like 4 or 3 PPP members from Queens. And also you had Sam Hines and 2 of his staff, I think from Washington, the Washington embassy. Nobody else went to that event. And it was a sorry thing to watch, because they want to come into the community, our community, and talk nonsense about one Guyana when everybody knows that they've created 2 Guyanas, one for them and their supporters and one for Black people and the others who don't support them. And what was most amazing is that they asked the NYPD, even before the event started. One of my contacts in the NYPD called me and told me that they asked them not to have us protest in front of the church.
Wow.
So I said to him, well, we're going to see. We will see. So when we got there, we could see them. And of course, they recruited a member of our community here. We always could find a Judas among us. And they were giving...
I want you to call names.
I'm not going to call names. They were giving the police instructions. And then the police came to us and tell us, well, the organizer, I said, stop. You can't give us instructions. You cannot allow people from the Guyana consulate to give you instructions, because if you do, I'll call the mayor and I'll call the police commissioner, because I know both of them. And so they were junior officers. And when the captain came, the captain made it clear that NYPD can't take instructions from them. What they have to do is follow police protocol. And what the police was there to do is to make sure that both sides are safe and that there was no interaction. We don't interact with people. We go there to protest, we protest. We stand at a reasonable distance. We comply with the law. We do not break the law. And so I don't know why they were trying to tell the police that we must be moved across the street. They think this is Guyana, where they shoot down Black people and they kill them and they get away with it. And so we were willing to make a statement last night. And if they had only attempted to move the protesters, they would have had to arrest all of us. But like I said, they were breaching police protocol. And I will follow up on that. I'll go to the next community council meeting and I'll have a very tough discussion with the commanding officer. And the commanding officer, that is a very nice man. He's a Black man. He has a clear understanding of what's happening in Guyana. As a matter of fact, he's Haitian. So he understands what's happening in Guyana and the Caribbean in terms of politics. And he understands when Black people protest in the United States, what it means. And so it was very unusual for that police officer who knows the person who the PP recruited from our community. She's a leader in the community. Actually, she's Guyanese as well. And, he was kind of taking instructions from her and some people from the consulate saying that they should move the protesters and we must not use the bullhorns and all sort of nonsense. And of course, we know that under the United States Constitution, and the Supreme Court has ruled over and over again that people have the right to protest against anything they want. It's a constitutional right. And that in protesting, you have the same rights as anybody else who's organizing an event that you're protesting against. So the police department is supposed to balance that right, balance the rights of the organizers against the constitutional rights of the protesters, and ensure everybody's safety and that the law is upheld on both sides. And so that's what prevailed.
I was very struck, Rickford, by the fact that the Prime Minister was there and he was, what is the word, seemed to be like a rubber stamp for all intents and purposes, where Damlal was concerned, trying to engage you guys on what was happening. The Prime Minister even said at one point that he could turn it here. Could the because I'm hearing echo, that he shook your hands the last time. He thought you all were friends for some reason, and he was surprised that you were protesting against him. But I want you to get a sense. I know you were there, but for our viewers, what transpired with the engagement with Nigel Damlal and the protesters outside. Maybe Rickford could tell us what led up to that. And look at the Prime Minister, rubber stamp.
plastic bag with an instrument inside. I don't know what it was. I'm telling you, I have a dildo for your sister. What would you do? My sister died of ovarian cancer 11 years ago.
But hold on.
That's what. And you know what my retort was? For the dildo. Because they were saying.
But you're in Parliament.
You're in Parliament.
But you're in Parliament. The forum that you want. The forum. Hold on. He's talking.
And what I've done, I apologize to Parliament as well.
Okay. So would you apologize to the women in Brooklyn now?
I said apologize to the Parliament. So,
Hold on. Nigel, would you apologize to the people of Brooklyn now that you did that in the Parliament? The guy, these women looking at you now. That you told a woman.
I just told you, I did not speak to a woman. I was speaking to Sherrod Duncan, who was not in his seat. No, he was not in the floor. He was not in his seat.
But do you think that was parliamentary decorum? Do you think that was parliamentary decorum?
What?
Saying that.
You have to understand, right? All of us are.
Rickford, you sung it there like Isabel Young grilling Papa Jagabat there, throwing the questions to him. And for transparency and for information purposes, I was not in the National Assembly. As a matter of fact, that comment was made a little earlier and is a consistent, lewd, crass behavior of Nigel Damlat that took me into the dome. I was with some other members of Parliament listening to the proceedings from the MP lounge. So it's his conduct that took me into the dome. So him saying that I was there and he was responding to me is an absolute lie.
Well, of course, we know it was a lie, and that's why I insisted on asking if he would apologize. And, but it speaks more of the government and the speaker that somebody could make such a lewd, nasty comment in Parliament to a woman.
And there's the Prime Minister standing right next to him and hearing him lying. Even more.
About the Prime Minister walked away because he knew it was a lie. And if he was in this country, he would have to resign. His political career and his everything would have been finished. He couldn't work anywhere else. He would have to retire. But the fact that the government has said nothing about this, and the fact that the speaker has not sanctioned him, tells you that they countenance his vulgar, nasty, lewd conduct. And it's appalling. It's appalling. And, we've had some government officials here attend. Well, I understand he wasn't there. But the main fact that people can go where Governor Guyana people are in this country, when they know we have a high moral standard with regard to how our public officials are allowed to conduct themselves and say nothing, I think it's repugnant. But back to Damlat. He stood up. He had another opportunity. What would it take? What would it take, Sherrod, for him to say, listen, my comments were out of place? If women of Guyana or women in the diaspora were offended, I apologize. I was frustrated. I should not have said it. I should have used my better judgment and used parliamentary language in my rhetoric. He refused to do it. And the reason he's refused to do it is because he's being encouraged by the speaker and the government. And they don't see anything wrong with his conduct because they themselves are lawless and vulgar.
Indeed. And Rickford, for those persons, that little clip might have gone by so fast. We want to play it again for you guys. And then to come back, Rickford, and perhaps you can answer the question, what should be the posture of Guyanese? We talk boots on the ground here, but look at boots on the ground in the Ukraine. When push comes to shove, you're really going to stand your ground and defend yourself. What does boots on the ground mean? And what should people here be thinking about when they see these jagabats and trench crappers? Let's take a listen again.
A plastic bag with an instrument inside. I don't know what it was. I'm telling you, I have a dildo for your sister. What would you do? My sister died of ovarian cancer 11 years ago.
But hold on.
That's what. And you know what my retort was? For the dildo. Because they were saying.
But you're in Parliament.
But you're in Parliament.
The forum that you want. Hold on. He's talking.
And what I've done, I apologize to Parliament as well.
Okay. So would you apologize to the women in Brooklyn now?
I apologize to the Parliament. So,
Hold on. Nigel, would you apologize to the people of Brooklyn now that you did that in the parliament? The Guyanese women looking at you now. That you told a woman.
I just told you, I did not speak to a woman. I was speaking to Sherrod Duncan, who was not in his seat. No, he was not in the seat. He was not in his seat.
But do you think that was parliamentary decorum? Do you think that was parliamentary decorum? Saying that?
You have to understand, right? All of us are...
Folks, you all got to share the live stream. You got to smash that emoji button so the world can see what a liar looks like. Rickford.
Well, even the Prime Minister, if he had any sense of I don't want to say decency, but
I would say if he had any sense of decency,
he would have tried to correct Nigel and pull him one side and say, listen, any politician would apologize again. Any politician that does something like that would apologize 300 times. He's just standing there lying, saying that he was talking to you. As if saying that to you, a man, is also justifiable, right? So they don't have any morals. They don't have any sense of morality. And so, what are you going to do? You can't force somebody to have morality. But what the speaker should do and the government should do is force their minister to have a sense of decency, right? And if he has a sense of decency, he should resign. I cannot understand how a public official in a country as important as Guyana can be so derogatory to women, can be so lewd and vulgar in the parliament to a woman. And the government think it's acceptable because they have political differences with people. But coming back to the wider issue, Sherrod, I was looking at that posture of the foreign minister. It's shocking. Obviously, he is he has a paucity of knowledge of international norms, and also he doesn't understand diplomatic communication posture. And he probably should to take a lesson. Listen, I have no qualms with the foreign minister. He's a nice guy. He's been very respectful to me. But these things, you can't play chummy huggy, smiley hugging the foreign minister, the Russian ambassador, when you're supposedly going to communicate a stern message rebuking them for breach of international law and for invading the sovereignty of another country, and you stand up posing. He should be taking a picture, handing the man a letter of condemnation from the president. That's what he should be doing, not hobby-chubby hugging the foreign minister. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, and it shows you they don't understand international relations.
Precisely, Rickford, precisely. Again, what should be the posture of Guyanese against these jagabats, the installation crew and trench crappers?
Well, the posture should be what Bar Jagdev say. Everywhere they go behind them and protest, chase them out. That's what Bar Jagdev said. Make the country ungovernable. Follow his own advice. Follow his own advice. He was talking about democracy. They were not democratically elected. And even if you look at the USAID report from last year, it says that the elections are disputed. So they didn't say that they won the elections. It said that the PP government, the PP took government based on after disputed elections. So if harassing and chasing out and protesting against the Granger administration was fair under democratic society, it should be fair for the PP government as well. Chase them out, make the country ungovernable. Whenever they come to you, run them out your villages. Do the same thing. Exactly what Bar Jagdev said. The people of Guyana should follow his blueprint.
Said and did. Said and did.
Said and did.
Yeah.
And also, they attempted to kill the foreign minister, right? They wanted to turn her car over. And the president, the so-called installed president, was a part of that gang of hooligans that were attempting to overturn her car. But you think anybody could do that in this opposition? No, the police is going to shoot them and kill them. But the police stood up there and allowed the PVP, including the Tug or Finale, to try to turn over that car and did absolutely nothing.
kudos
As we
to
say, we say in the diaspora, the people of Guyana are allowing the PPP to do the things that they're doing. They're allowing the PPP to transfer the wealth of the country to their supporters. Look, I got called from 4 black contractors, a road contractor, a security contractor, and they're telling me that Roshan Khan is getting hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts and that their employees are not getting any work because the government is refusing to give black contractors any contracts from the government. I think Roshan Khan had the highest bid for a security contract at the Ministry of Health, and he was awarded the contract in violation of the procurement laws. But this is Guyana. And so they're inflating these contracts that they're giving to their supporters. And that's why we say they're transferring the wealth of the country to their supporters via procurement and other fraud.
Yep. And Rickford, we're so grateful to the efforts of the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy that you had, also to the NAR, the North American region. This is the PNCR group there that was part of this exercise, and also you have the Guyanese Organizations Against Racism as well. Thank you for all of your efforts on your end. Good to have all of you guys with us, and that's going to be our program for this evening. Unfortunately, we seem to have lost Rickford. I think we have him back, and we're going to invite him to come back. Rickford, again, I want to say thanks to all of the hard work by you guys there in the diaspora.
Thank you very much for having me, and good night to your listeners. You guys have a great weekend. And Guyanese, stand up and fight for your rights, and stop rolling over and let the PPP roll over you. Stand up and fight. Go out and protest. Go out and protest. Fight for your rights. We in the diaspora are doing it. And people in the diaspora are getting frustrated that we are here fighting, braving 19 degrees weather last night. Up to now, I can't feel my toes. And we are fighting for the people of Guyana. And they're running around the place, partying and enjoying themselves and not protesting. Right? People are getting frustrated. The people of Guyana have to start fighting for themselves. Thanks for having me.
Final words have not been spoken, Rickford. Final words have not been spoken. Thanks, Rickford.
Thanks. Good night.
And that's our time this evening, folks. That's our time this evening. Bing, bang, bing. Ping, bang, ping. Good to have all of you guys with us this evening. Really, really great to have all of you guys. Could not have asked for a better audience. Great to have each and every one of you with us this evening. Good to have each and every one of you. Apologies there, that came in so unruly. Good to have you with us. Wanted to give some of you folks a shout out. Audrey and Jamal Aziz, good to have you with us. Bristol and all the other wonderful, beautiful folks. And you know what? Mr. Todd, you gotta control yourself. You gotta conduct yourself better, Mr. Todd. You gotta conduct yourself better. You might be installed, but you have the honor to represent this whole country. And we gotta do better. We gotta be better. Bing, bang, bing, ping, bang, ping. And folks, we encourage you guys to keep us going, guys. Help to keep us going. We invite you to partner with us on a monthly basis so we can keep these programs going. Good to see each and every one of you there, guys. You know we are available via the Cash App platform. We are available via Cash App. We are available via Zelle. Our Cash App handle, guys, is inthering592@gmail.com. Our Cash App handle is inthering592. Our Cash App handle is $, inthering592. It's $, inthering592. That's our Cash App handle. Our PayPal and Zelle email address is inthering592@gmail.com. That is our Zelle and PayPal email address, inthering592@gmail.com. Our MMG address, our MMG number is 6276963, and we're available via MoneyGram and available via Western Union as well, guys. The number you want to call for some guidance on any of those platforms, 6276963, 6276963. We really want to thank all of you guys for joining us throughout the week. This is our final In the Ring program for this week. We're back with our podcast tomorrow, back with our podcast on Sunday, and then we are back to regular programming, guys, on Monday, FYI in the morning, the podcast during the midday hour, and then we're back in the ring in the evening. We want to thank all of you guys who've been with us, partnering with us, helping to keep the lights on, helping to keep us going. Thanks to each and every one of you. Good to have you guys here with us. We could not ask for more. We could not ask for more. Paulette Graves and Marla Alicock, good to see you guys. Good to see Odwin Lake and Jackie Beard and Bevany. I see Wilma Grant says, stay safe, you all. Stay safe. Good to see Abigail Utlin Prasad. Good to see, did I call Ann Bevany? Did I call Ann Bevany? Did I call Stephen Monroe? Did I call Stephen? And Roxanne Odessa Jacobs and Humble B and all you beautiful folks, Bob, Annie. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Be gentle with yourself. That is our time this evening. That is our time. Stay safe. We're going to see you guys on the podcast at 12 tomorrow. Be a lonely bet. Who vex. Thanks for joining us in the ring, folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. That's our time, guys. That is we time. We gone. Adios. Later. That's our time.